Right now, we are welcoming Darion Abbey to the Fightlete Report. Make sure to check out his fight on May 7th. Cage Aggression 31. He'll be fighting Marty Vancil in the co-main event. Abbey's been competed for Bellator MMA, LFA, and now he's training at Sanford MMA full-time in Deerfield Beach, Florida. Looking for his second professional victory, of course. And we appreciate you being on the show.
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you had me. I was glad when you reached out.
Definitely. I mean, talk about the opportunity to fight for Cage Aggression. Fighting near your hometown. Fighting back in Iowa. Is this sort of a homecoming for you?
Oh yeah, 100%. I got a lot of family coming out. My son's gonna be there. I haven't been able to see my son since Christmas, so this is gonna be an emotional night. I'm excited for it.
That's great.
That's the biggest thing, is being able to see my son and him being able to come and see me fight. He loves watching me fight, so it's good that I get to come home and he gets to see what I love to do too. So I'm excited.
I mean, you miss having a crowd. Seeing that we have spectators returning for UFC along with other sports, and the expectations on your end for this crowd at Cage Aggression 31.
Yeah, honestly, man, I did not like the no crowd at LFA. It kind of bugged me a little bit, just because I feel like that crowd takes the attention away from everything else. Being able to hear the corners, being able to hear the announcers, feeling like I can just hear a freaking pin drop. I didn't like it. It just
okay.
I don't know. It took me off my focus, I guess, because I could hear them talk, so I'm listening to them, and I wasn't a big fan of the whole no crowd. So yeah, I'm definitely glad that there's going to be background noise, so I can't hear every little deal that's going on in the room.
Definitely. I mean, that's what I think, Cage Aggression's been doing. They've been putting on these events, recently back in last fall, and they've been, progressively continuing it. It's like a 2-night event. And, you talk about, your opponent, making his pro debut, Marty Vancil. He boasts a good amateur record. What are you expecting from this fight?
Honestly, I'm expecting wrestling. I'm expecting to come out. I'm assuming as soon as I touch him, he's going to shoot or try to get a hold of me, push me against the cage. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm assuming, I bet he throws a few punches, but for the most part, I'm thinking he's going to run and wrestle the whole time. I think there's a very big size difference in the two of us. I'm 6'6". I want to say he's 9. I don't even know if he's 6 foot. So I think he's going to, definitely try to get his hands on me and try to keep it in the clinch, which I don't think it's going to work either, but we'll see how it goes for him. I guess I'm excited for it. He definitely had a good amateur career. He won the title before he went pro. So kudos to him. I hope he brings it the way I think he can bring it, but we'll see how it goes, man. It's a fight game. Anything can happen,
Right. Yeah, we're excited to see this one, and he's from Illinois, but looks like he's had quite a run at Cage Aggression.
Yeah.
He's been fine there for quite some time.
As an amateur, I don't know how many amateur fights he had. I think it was 7-1 or something like that.
Yeah, 7-1.
Yeah. And good for him, man. Personally, I think it's a tough first pro fight to try to take, but if he's confident in himself, that's all that matters.
And what did you learn from your previous fight that will help you in this one? Anything that you stood out, you reviewed with your team, and was able to, give attention to?
As far as learning in that fight, I don't think so. I'm not gonna go there. I don't think I learned a lot from I just got caught in that fight. Things were going good. I got caught. He put me against the fence. He dropped me with that big knee, and the ref didn't like it and stopped it. I honestly thought that the ref could have let me go on a little bit longer to try to recover a little bit better, because I wasn't out of the fight, but the ref didn't like it, and that's all it takes is that little bit for the ref to be like, I didn't like that, we're stopping it. So It is what it is. We're gonna get it back on this one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see your point when I saw the fight as well. And sometimes that just happens, right? The luck of the draw.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's part of the game.
And then
Look,
talk.
don't look
Sorry.
as hurt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say try not to look as hurt next time. I guess that's one thing
Right.
I could take from it.
Definitely. And, talk also about, training for this fight. Who do you feel has been helping you get ready in particular for this fight and is going to be contributing, to your success if you get that victory?
As far as my partners, man, I've got so many great grapplers. As far as like the matchup for this guy, I feel like it's perfect because I've got Linton Vasil, we got Steve, we got Pat Downey, who's a great wrestler. We got Gilbert Burns. Obviously, I don't really go Gilbert very much because of the size difference. But we got Ong La, who just fought this last week. Unfortunately, lost his belt and won FC. But rolling with him's great. Phil Hawes, he's a up and coming 185er in the UFC. Grappling with him is great. It's just the level of grapplers I have. I feel like it's going to be a lot. It's going to separate me from his level of grappling to what I've been able to learn and soak up down here the little bit of time that I've been here. I think it's going to help me a lot in this fight. So, yeah, for sure, the grappling aspect of our training.
Okay, sounds good. Is that what you're focusing on predominantly when you're training?
Not necessarily focusing on, but like I feel like it's always been my biggest hole in my game is that grappling. So like that's definitely where I'm focusing a lot and trying to improve at. I feel like my striking is I'm not gonna say very well, but it's pretty good for as long as I've been the little bit that I've trained, the 5 years that I've trained. I feel like it's gotten really, really well. But the grappling for sure is what's kind of taken the most time to learn, for sure.
Okay. And talking about cage aggression, when you got the call to fight for them, how excited are you to be on the card? They are doing things a lot of promotions aren't doing. They're doing fight night bonuses. They're doing the pay-per-views, that you can watch streaming. They also have, 2 and 3 night events. You don't really see that from a lot of other regional promotions. So how excited were you to be part of that show?
Man, it's been a long time coming. We've been trying to get on cage aggression for like 3-4 years now.
Oh.
And every time it happens, something falls through, that we don't get in a good enough matchup. We don't the date doesn't work. I had a couple of times I had something else lined up, and too close to his date that we wasn't able to make it happen. But we're ready to go now, man, and I'm super excited, especially because it is back home. Like, it's a homecoming. My family's going to be there. Like I said, my son's going to be there. I'm going to have a very, very nice-sized crowd there to back me up as I go to war, man, and I'm excited about it.
Definitely. Are you going to be there to watch the fights on Saturday, too?
Actually, so the fights are in Davenport. My old coach, he's got a kickboxing card with a bunch of my old teammates on it that Saturday night in Cedar Rapids. So I'm gonna head over to Cedar Rapids and catch some of my old teammates fight, and probably help corner them in their fights.
Sounds good, man. Definitely gonna be a weekend full of action. I'm sure you're looking forward to that. After it's been a while since your last fight.
Dude, was it 9 months, 10 months? It's way too long. I like to fight. If it was up to me, man, I'd fight every other weekend, but it's not likely. But yeah, 9 months is a long time. I don't like it. So yeah, I'm definitely here and go to work, man. It's a great feeling to be able to enter fight week again. It's been a while.
And now, when the world opens up, how excited are you to fight some of the international competition?
That would be great. I have yet to fight someone from out of the country, so that would be great just to see like where I stack up with other countries and like where their fighters are at too. So like that's exciting for sure. I got some teammates who they're traveling to the Dominican Republic for the Titan fights here next month too. So yeah, I'm glad everything's starting to open back up for sure. I was saying, yeah, after 13 months, it's about time everything starts to open back up, right?
I think we all feel that way. I see that you've trained with Matt Mitrione, to talk about the experience training with a veteran like that, as long as with the other veterans you get a chance to train with that you had mentioned.
Matt's a great dude. When I met him, he kind of like took me in under his wing a little bit for grappling and that aspect, because Matt's always had his issues with grappling as well. He's always been known as a striker and an athletic big man. So he kind of related a little bit to me with the grappling. So he pulled me aside and we worked on our grappling for a good few weeks. And then he was scheduled to fight, what was it, April, this last month. He was supposed to fight, but I can't remember if his guy got hurt. And then he got hurt, so he went back home to Chicago. And so, yeah, I haven't seen Matt in a good month. But, yeah, learning from him was great. And then training with Anthony Rumble Johnson, we fight the same day. Sparring with him and soaking up stuff that he's got to teach me is great. I got Tyrone Strong in my corner. He's teaching me great things for kickboxing. And then just having Henry Hooft is self-explanatory. Having him in my corner is great as well. Yeah. So got some great things going on down here, and I'm blessed to be a part of it. I love it. I love it down here, man. I don't think I'll leave here for a long time, for sure.
Yeah, tough break too. I heard that Yoel Romero is out of the fight with Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, but he's got a replacement, but his replacement's a lot tougher than people think he is. That kid is he's 7-1, 7-2. He's gonna bring it, but Rumble's definitely ready. People think that Rumble's been sitting on his ass for the last few years, not doing anything. They're gonna be surprised on Friday. He's speaking from experience. He's looking great and feeling great.
All right, that's good. We're looking forward to that, man. I'll be covering the fights too from home, so I'm looking forward to a great contest.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Since I'm the co-main event, I have a feeling we're gonna fight around the same time. So I have a feeling I'm not gonna do it. But we'll see.
Hopefully you get to share the good news. You get to see the news that you after your fight that he got it. Done.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited, man. It's we've got a lot of fights this week actually as a team. We've got Logan Storley. He's fighting on Friday too. Mm-hmm. Obviously Rumble, and we've got like three or four other guys fighting this week in other places. So we got a busy week at the gym this week.
Definitely. How prepared are you for this fight to go the distance, and why? Because I've noticed that your fights typically haven't gone the distance.
Cardio has always been my biggest question mark, I guess I would say. Coming into fights, I never really knew where I was at because of the bodies I did not have. Because training with the bigger bodies, man, it adds that real effect to a fight. Training back home, my biggest training partner was like a 185er, who was an amateur, and they didn't. The level of weight difference is just so much different. So I think that helps a lot with my cardio, being able to grapple and spar and train with people my actual size. Kind of gives me that more realistic aspect of a fight. And man, I'm feeling ready to go. I can. These 3 rounds are. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna get tired because it's a fight. I'm definitely gonna get tired, but I'll be able to. I'm ready to go the 15 if I have to, for sure.
Okay, sounds good, man. And we're looking forward to your fight as well. And then talk about the big fight coming up for UFC 262. Michael Chandler.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure you're excited to see Chandler fight. He trains at Sanford MMA.
Yes, sir. He's man, Mike's looking great too, man. I am a big Charles Oliveira fan, but I gotta go with my boy Mike on this one, man. His mental, like where he's at mentally, and actually and being able to listen to him talk and coach us through practice, and Mike's a great guy, and I'm excited to see him get that championship. It's going to be a great fight. I'm really looking forward to that. That's a banger.
Definitely. Yeah, and also he gives a great post-fight interview as well.
Yes, yeah. I would say that last one was legendary. That was we was was watching it all as a team, and we all got goosebumps just watching the damn post-fight interview. We were just like, Jesus Christ, Mike. Like, we didn't know he was going to do that. He just hopped on the mic and just went with it. We were like, yeah, let's go. Call out everybody. Every fucking body. Call out Pitbull again, too. If you have to. Fuck it.
Yeah, definitely. It's great that Mike's having that success in the UFC, and obviously, just big things from your team as well, from Sanford MMA, and you yourself you're all put in that position to really, go out there and perform, right?
Yes, sir. We got that model of just keeping things simple down here, and just don't make things harder than they need to be. Go in there, keep it simple, get the win, and get out of there and go cash a check.
Definitely. And then what can we expect from your fight? Like, how do you feel on May 7th you're going to perform? And, what do you think you're going to do to get the fans, because they're so close to home, your hometown fans on their feet?
Honestly, man, I'm just going to be me. I feel like just me being me gets people excited because I personally feel like I'm an entertaining fighter. I'm always looking to do something crazy, knock you out in a crazy way. So I'm expecting always expecting a knockout. Doesn't always go that way, but definitely that's what I'm going for. I want a head kick knockout this fight, to be honest with you. After watching Rose fight, I was like, I want a head kick. I want a head kick real bad.
It doesn't happen that often, right?
It doesn't. It's crazy, man. It's especially with the big guys. You don't really see it too often. But with the size difference in this one, I feel like it's definitely possible for me to get a nice little head kick knockout if I can get it snuck in there the way I want it to. But I'm not obviously going to chase a head. I'm not just going to go out there throwing 100 head kicks. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to set it up. I'm going to look for it. If it's there, I'm going to take it. But if not, then I'll take whatever he gives me, man. And after watching him fight, I feel like he's going to be there to give me a lot of different looks, whether it be a knee, punch, a kick, an elbow. When he's coming in to try to clinch me, I'm ready to go. I'm itching. Just talking about it, I'm just like, man, I'm tired of talking about it. I'm ready to just go.
For sure. Well,
a lot more confident than I was the last time I stepped in the ring. I don't have the bullshit that I had going on back then. So I feel free. I feel confident. I feel in great shape. After this past week, we did our pre-fight conditioning type stuff. See where we're at with conditioning, and I passed it all. So ready to go, man. This guy's he's got me motivated, especially because I take it disrespectfully the fact that he thinks that he can just take me for his pro debut. I don't like it. I just take it disrespectfully. Not that he's trying to be disrespectful. It's just that's how I take it. Like, oh, you think you're gonna come in here and get a quick little pro win on me, and it's not gonna happen. So that's where I'm at mentally with the situation.
Yeah, definitely. I think that comes with obviously being time as a professional. You feel yeah.
I hope he's ready for knees and elbows. That's all I can say. They're coming. Because they are coming.
Yeah, and you mentioned that because obviously he's never fought in a fight with that, where you can allow him to do that. This will be his first one.
Yep. In the size difference, I feel like those are going to be a big weapon for me with my knees and trying to shoot. If I stay long enough, I'll be able to catch him with a knee. If he comes in wild trying to clinch me, I'll be able to catch him with a couple elbows on the way in. So I feel like my knees and elbows are going to be big for this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if I got a knee or elbow finish, to be honest, with how much I've been working on my practice. I don't know if you've been watching. I know you watch Steve, but Steve, his last two fights have come from big knees, and that's what we've been working a lot. Guys shooting in with lazy shots and catching with that knee as they come in. So if I could get one of those, I'd be happy. But if not, like I said, I'll take whatever the man gives me.
Definitely. Well, Darion, I appreciate you being on the Fight Report. It's a pleasure to have you on again, and we appreciate you. Best of luck. Anyone you'd like to thank, or if you want to tell us how to follow you on social media, let us know.
I want to shout out a few of my sponsors. I'm not going to be able to get all of them because I'll probably forget some of them, but some big ones. I got Chopper City Kennels. Sorry. Homegrown Essentials. They're my CBD partner. Then there's Frank Tree Service back home. He always helped me out, man. He's a big one. I got Rusty Sweet Sign. I've got some big help from him in the past, and he helped me out with this one. Got a few construction ones on my shorts that they're going to shout them out during the fight. I can't think of everything off the top of my head right now, but follow me on social media. I'm just Dino MMA 93 on Instagram, and then I'm just Darion Abbey on Facebook. I don't get on Twitter very much, so I won't put that on there. But yeah, man, I do appreciate you having me on here. Again, it was a good time, and hopefully we can get back on here again, and next time we can talk about the win.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I appreciate you, Darion, being on the Fight Report. Everybody check it out. If you are in the Davenport, Iowa area, make sure to get your tickets for Cage Fanatic 31. It's going to be a 2-day event, May 7th, May 8th, and May 7th. We'll see Darion Abbey take on Marty Vancil at Cage Aggression 31, Friday, May 7th. And the co-main event, heavyweight clash, is going to be really exciting. We appreciate you being on the Fight Report, and best of luck to you.